Good afternoon, May the 14th, 2015. Time to wrap it up. We came in this morning wanting to be buyers at 21.02, so we saw support 95 to 2100. We did circle 2103 to 5 as a possibility, and that number really basically came out of this structure right here. The market opened higher. The 50-lot trader was in support of this market all day long, and the best you could have bought it was against the mean green line, tick inside of it. Got higher lows here. This was a legitimate trade, a little late to the party. You could have scratched, made a little money on that. This trade right here we stopped out on. It just got a higher low. 50-lot player stayed with it. We had nothing going for us on that trade. In that second bar. We did get the second bar of extension off of this one, so I made the decision to stick with it and then promptly stopped out. So then the market dies in the 210 to 11 area. Just there is no rejection. We are dealing with a P. This breakout level right here from 2106, 2107 was never really retested. We get higher lows, and we're up, and we're really poised to make new contract highs that we've been looking for since the end of April. The market is not trading higher on macroeconomics. It's trading higher on the fact that the Fed has to keep its zero interest rate policy going. They can't raise interest rates anytime soon. So it was a day where the market just basically was a one-way market, very little in the way of retracement all the way up, and it looks like we're going to close it strong, poised to take out the current high, which I believe is 21.1975 today or tomorrow. Could happen this afternoon. So looking at the F1 screen, got a higher low and a higher high. This says we're buyers. We want to be long to see if we can take out resistance, 2100, 2121, and I think we will. Looking at the F2 screen, got two distributions higher. It will confirm the F1 screen. We're looking for a place to be a buyer, ideally 2110.12. Don't know if we can get it there. 2113 was the last rotate down. So 2119.75, 2120 is basically where resistance is. New contract highs. If we get through that, 2125. The market tends to run 3.5 points past these market numbers now. So 2123.50, 2128.50, 2133.50 is probably where resistance better lies. If we don't get through 2119.75, 2120, then the market can retrace and trade a little bit lower. Resistance will have held. So if the market was to close right now, we'd be selling failure at 17 to 20, and then at 25 plus or minus. On the buy side, we'd be trying to buy 10s to 12s, and we'll put a question mark at 15. I don't really know where it's going to close, but the 13 to 15 area could be another area of interest. Just have to take a look and see what happens after the overnight session. But definitely we are buyers to see if we can extend and take the range up. Okay, we had the 3, 10, and 30-year auction. The 30-year auction was a pretty bad one, but the market did recover and did close well. Usually, tomorrow's settlement day. The dealers have to get their books straight. Anybody that wanted to buy 3, 10, or 30-year paper has bought it. They're out of it. So the market is usually left to exchange members and retail accounts, which almost always will yield a trading range. We have an inside day that, well, actually might be a little lower. So this one, I think the easiest trade to see is failure to take out 27.16 to 20. Could certainly do that, but I'm guessing we probably have a 27 even minus market, 27.16 plus. Looking for a trading range tomorrow. You get the F2 screen. Definitely have a P, so where does resistance really lie? Well, 16 to 20 was my guess. And then 24 to 28 where it was the other day. So a 15 to 19. 23, 27. The two sells. I like the 1 to 5 area. Just kind of pick it up back against the buck. And then 25 to 29. But I look for a range day tomorrow. Not a lot going on. If the E-mini explodes and really trades higher with a lot of momentum, it's probably going to be easier to get off a short. Looking at the ZB, like a D pattern, and that's got trading range written all over it. So selling 11s to 15s. Sell 1, then 23 to 27. On the buy side, last rotate down was at 30. Boy, we're kind of right in the middle of no man's land right there. Then so we'll make 25 to 29. We're just going to step right into the middle of that distribution, and hopefully there's enough volume there to at least slow things down and give us another look. Then 17 to 21 for buy 2. Okay, gold definitely pointed higher. Maybe the biggest dynamic we'll face is end of the week profit taking. You can see on the F1 higher low, higher high. Market has pointed up. 25 is trouble. When we get through 25, we're looking at 40, 45 basically. It's a pretty clean break in the market. There's 35's another number that could slow things down, but this one is pointed higher. Now, it may have been conditioned by all the selling by central banks on the opening, but there's not a direct piece of news to tie this to other than dollar weakness, and the dollar regained some of its losses today. So, sell 1's 25 to 27, then basically 30 plus or minus. Buy 1 is going to be 18 to 20, and 13 to 15. But the biggest dynamic to the short side, assuming a central bank doesn't come in and whack it on the opening in Japan or London or United States, will be end of the week profit taking. Looking at the euro, higher low, higher high, we're hanging in there, and again this 14, you can see right here structurally this 1450 to 75 area, pretty clean spill here at 1550, and this is a fairly tight trading range. So 1450, 1500 is prime sell territory, and then 1300 1350 is prime buy territory. Rejected prices above 25, so 25 sell 1, 50 sell 2. On the buy side, last rotate down was 1400. We're there right now, so 75 buy 1, 50 is buy 2. Pretty much where we were today. And last but not least, crude. You know, the Kuwait and Qatar were supposedly the only Gulf states that were sending high enough people to meet with Obama at Camp David. I believe it's today. And the king of Kuwait begged off to go to a horse race, and I could certainly understand why he would do that. But it just shows you the state of our Middle Eastern affairs right now. The Gulf states that have traditionally looked to the United States for support and help and for our guarantees of their existence are starting to take matters in their own hands. And there was an article out today from Saudi Arabia saying that they would become a nuclear power to counter Iran. And that's not a good thing. And the reason it's not a good thing is that in the Iranian philosophy, they take the apocalypse has to come to bring the Mahdi back. And in the Saudi Arabian deal like that, the Sunni versus Shia, and I'm not sure that if there's a Mahdi philosophy or central theological character or role for that, and I just don't know that much about it. But what you have is that people, these guys don't fear death. And I remember in the military, and this goes. I mean, I was hauling trash into Pakistan back in the 70s to the same spots we're hauling it today, and there was always this saying that Muslims know how to die well, and they do. They have no fear of death. Part of it's fatalism, and the other one is just, you know, if they die in the service of Allah or Islam, they go straight to heaven. And that's a pretty compelling philosophy. So it's not to be taken lightly. Sell 1, 60 to 60 and a quarter. Sell 2, 50 to 75. So that is it for May the 14th, 2015. I will see you bright and early in the morning for the last trading day of the week. And we'll pick it up there. Y'all have a great evening. The rains are supposed to break for a day, and then big storms back in the forecast tomorrow. As we head into the weekend, it is that time of the year, but we certainly have caught up on the moisture. So